this is it right here. Oh, but it's huge. Hi, we're out here at Summit View Cemetery in Guthrie, Oklahoma. You can see that sign behind me. It says Boot Hill. Wanted to tell you a little story here about somebody today that's buried here. And there was this guy. He was an outlaw. They decided to rob a train in Oklahoma. The whole thing backfired, and he ended up in a shootout with the police, and he was killed. Well, they took his body to the undertaker, who embalmed him and stuff, and he was so proud of his work that he started charging people like 5 cents just to see this mummified man, you know. And eventually these two guys came, and they claimed that they were his brother, so they claimed the body and took it. They weren't really, though, but they took his body, and then they sold it to traveling carnivals who took that body and put it on exhibits, you know, and let everybody pay to see the mummified man or the 1,000-year-old man or whatever they wanted to call it, you know. And then eventually, I don't know how many different carnivals and stuff that he went to, but he eventually ended up in storage and stuff, and somehow he ended up in LA. So he's sitting there in the LA in some storage bin somewhere, and then they were doing the filming of $6 Million Man, and one of the guys was cleaning out a room, and they saw this dummy, or they thought it was just a dummy anyway. So they grabbed him to move him, and when they did, he broke his arm off. And then he was thinking, oh great, I broke the arm off this dummy. But then when he looked at the arm, he saw that it had bone and stuff in it. So he went, oh heck. So they called the authorities and stuff. And then they tried to figure out who this person was. And it was making kind of big headlines all over the place. Somebody in Oklahoma heard about it and kind of knew who it was going to be, judging by, you know, what they were saying about him being mummified and a few other clues they had. And it turned out to be this guy right here, Elmer McCurdy. And after they had positively identified him, they brought him back here to be buried. And here's his story right here. See, he was shot October 7th, 1911, then returned from Los Angeles County, 1977. So it took him all that time, all that time. He had a wild trip, you know. Amazing story, actually. But here's his final resting place, and what a story he's told. I think there's been TV shows and movies about it also. Whoa, look at that big spider too. Wow. Let me see if I can pick him up. There's a spider right by the Elmer McCurdy grave and Bill Doolin grave. That's perfect for Halloween. Look at that. Amazing. I don't want him jumping on me. Bill Doolin, known to have been traveling with the Dalton gang. Some called it, even they called it the Doolin-Dalton gang. This is his final resting home. In fact, it's in the shade of the tree, same shade tree as this guy down here, Daniel something, and Elmer McCurdy's right over there. So yeah, that's it right there. See? Well, these are some of the graves that are on Boot Hill. Let's see if we can get their names. Oh yeah, here we go. Tom Capers. Little Dick West. Charlie Pearl. Oh, Pierce, I'm sorry. This place is huge, man. If you just came here and had no idea where it was at, it would have taken forever. This looks like a real old area right here. Look at this. Back when they used to make headstones, you know. Summit View Cemetery, Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's where this is.